Do you see the houses down there? In philosophy, there's a concept called sonda. Sonda is the realization that each and every person that you meet, each and every person that you interact with, they have their own complex lives. And they have their own problems, just like you. They have friends, they have worries, fears. They think, they feel, just like you. Isn't that interesting? So inside each and every house there's people who have their own lives, who are thinking about their own lives. When you are on a plane and you look down and you see houses, there are people who are living their own lives. Is that believable? Or it only seems real when you are interacting with people who are close to you? Like when you're interacting with a person, yes, they are real, right? They have their own thoughts, they have their own ideas, they have their own minds. Do you believe that there's 8 billion humans who are living their own lives? Are animals? They've told us that we've explored maybe less than 30% of the sea. So there's life in the sea. Is that believable? The marine life has their own minds, their own thoughts. Do you genuinely think that this is real? Like the world that you live in is real? It's not just a creation of your mind or a simulation. It's real. The Big Bang happened, life started to evolve, and that's why you're here. Like that's the truth. That seemed really true to you? Or as you experience life each and every day, it becomes more and more clear to you that this world isn't real. When you think deeply about everything, how life began, it stops making sense to believe that the world that you found yourself in is real. When you study your own dreams, every time you sleep, you go into this world that seems 100% real, right? You do deal with problems in your dreams. Your wife can cheat on you in your dreams. You can get shot in your dreams. You can get betrayed in your dreams. And you believe that what's happening is real. You can meet new people in your dreams, right? People that you don't remember meeting in this, whatever you want to call it. And they seem real. You can eat food and not feel hungry anymore in a dream. You can drink alcohol and get drunk. I've had dreams, and it's weird. I've had dreams where I was drunk. I couldn't walk properly because I was drunk. I wasn't shy because I was drunk. I've had dreams where I was having a psychedelic experience. Took DMT and I was having a psychedelic experience, speaking to some beings that is more, know more than I know. How's that possible, guys? Are you telling me that our brains are that powerful? Like they are able to create these stories? Huh. How did our brains even get to do that if we just evolved? Why was it necessary that we dream? Because as I get older, my dreams are becoming more and more convincing. Like I have dreams that are just real. To be honest with you, I do have dreams where I'm recording a video, talking to you guys. I have dreams where I'm live, talking to you guys and making a lot of sense. I think 3 days ago I had a dream where I was like walking with a friend holding a camera, and I was making a lot of sense. Like I'm holding this camera and I'm making a video and I'm killing it. I'm like, damn, this is truth. How? When people they say that in their dreams they don't see their cell phones, I see my cell phone in my dreams. I use it a lot. Sometimes I receive, text from people that I chat with. It's weird. I don't think there's a thing that I've seen many times in this this reality, but I don't even know what to call it anymore. But yeah, I don't believe there are things that I've seen many times that I haven't dreamt about. Why do we believe that dreams are real when we're in them? Or maybe we don't. Maybe I don't. Because I've had dreams where I felt like life itself is a dream. The problem was that I didn't know that I was in my sleeping dream, right? I didn't know that I was in my sleeping dream. So, even though I knew that, yeah, it's a dream, but I didn't know that I was in my sleeping dream. You see? So you could have a dream where you are philosophizing about life being a dream, but not even know that you are in your sleeping dream. So you're like, I'm in this, this world. I'm continuing the storyline. And I'm explaining to people why this is a dream. Well, that's not the case at all. Or maybe it is the case. Sometimes I have dreams where something really bad happens to me. And I refuse to have the experience. And these dreams seem real, just like this world that we're in seems like it just seemed real. These dreams seem real. Like for an example, I get shot in a dream, but it seems real. Like it really, really seems real. But a part of me is like, nah, I don't want to experience this, or I'm not ready for this experience, or this shouldn't happen at all. This is a mistake. And then I wake up in my bed and be like, but that was real. It wasn't a dream. Ever had those kind of dreams where something very bad happens to you and then you wake up in your bed, but you're like, but that wasn't a dream. It was real. It was as real as this world. So how did I wake up in my bed? Like, what's going on here? Keep in mind that no one proved to you what reality really is, right? Keep that in mind. So when you're watching this kind of videos, you have to keep an open mind. Some people already make assumptions about life. Hey, we just evolved. That's why things are the way that they are. Blah blah blah. You're like, don't you even realize that you're just making assumptions? And what I'm saying actually makes more sense than the assumptions that you're making. Does this really seem real to you? What about the synchronicities? I've experienced a lot of synchronicities last year. I was so mind blown that I couldn't get surprised anymore. Like, you know, when you experience synchronicities that are just supposed to be impossible, and you're like, ah, come on, man. And then when you experience more synchronicities, you're like, ah, this shit is just not real. Like, it's just, you're like, it wouldn't be possible if this was real. Like, it wouldn't be possible for me to have those kind of synchronicities if this was real. Something is off. It wouldn't be possible for me to meet this person at the time that I met them. It's, you know, when you meet people, it really does feel like you were supposed to meet them. And like, you meet the people that you're supposed to meet, and you're like, how does that happen? You're supposed to meet this person. You know why you've met. Like, if you study your relationships with people, you know why you meet them, right? Even the people who have hurt you, you'd understand why. Like, it doesn't seem random at all. You might say, no, you're just attaching meaning to, to experiences. Like, of course you will attach meaning even if you just met anyone. Like, nah, it doesn't really feels like it. It doesn't seem real, guys. Like, things are happening in a way that can like seem planned, right? To be to just to be real, to be random. So do you honestly believe that this world that you are in is actually real? I mean, is it more logical to think we're in a simulation than to believe the Big Bang happened and that's why, life began? I mean, it does make sense to believe that we are in a simulation, right? When you look at the technological level that this world operates on, you're like, this couldn't happen if, we life was caused by the Big Bang. Like, come on, we wouldn't become this intelligent that we're able to create this kind of technologies, Wi-Fi. Like, I can't even believe my own life. Like, I can't. To be honest, it seems like, the people that I interact with, the things I have, and none of it seems real. It's like, it just doesn't seem real. Things that I've been through, it seems more like Like life is just a story created by my mind for some reason. And I forgot that, and now I'm lost in my own dream. I'm lost in my own story. And I don't know how to wake up. And there's no one to wake me up. There's no one outside that's gonna come and wake me up. It seems to me like there's only one mind. And of course, there couldn't be other minds. And if there were other minds, how will they interfere with each other like that? And that's a very important question. If there are other minds, how do they interfere with each other? Let's say the only thing that exists is consciousness. If there exists another consciousness somewhere, how does it interfere with this consciousness? And then now reality is created from two different consciousness. Like, can that happen in your opinion? And consciousness can consciousness split itself into different perspectives, into other minds? Or what it's only able to do is create an illusion for itself. It creates a sense of other, but there is no other. The same way that you are able to imagine yourself in situations where you're interacting with other people. Like, you could imagine yourself talking to your favorite celebrity, you could imagine yourself talking to your crush, you could imagine yourself arguing with someone or debating with someone or saying something to someone. Like, you could, like, you are capable of doing that. Isn't it weird that you can do that? Doesn't it seem like there's just levels to this shit? Like, when you are maybe 90% in the moment, your level of imagination is very low, so you don't really imagine much. So the things that you are imagining do not seem real. But when you're not in the moment, you could get lost in your own thoughts. Doesn't that happen to you? Don't you sometimes think out loud unintentionally? Like, you imagining yourself talking to someone and then you end up saying some words because you are maybe 60% in the moment, right? So now your imagination is taking over. So when you fall asleep and you start to dream, you are like maybe 35% in the moment. Like, so your imagination starts to take over, right? And when you dream and you know, you are having these dreams that are convincing, maybe your imagination is like maybe 15%, not 15%, I mean it's 90%. So you are not really in the moment. So 10% of you knows that you're sleeping, but 90% of you doesn't know that. So you believe your experiences. That is why you have dreams that seem so damn real. Maybe sometimes we are able to go lower than that. You are able to go lower than 10%. You reach a point where you just not aware that you're sleeping. Like, you maybe your awareness is like maybe 3%. So the dreams that you're having are just real. Maybe we're sleeping somewhere. That's why we have this sense of knowing. Sometimes you have this sense of knowing that, like, this isn't your home. What if there's a part of you, a very small part of you, that knows that, but you don't take it very seriously because a very large part of you is stuck here. So it's hard for you to wake up. Does this really seem real to you? When I was young, even though I asked a lot of questions, I didn't think it was possible that this wasn't real. It was possible that this was be just a dream. But as I get older and think about all the weird things that I've had to experience, and think about, you know, how everything works. It is very logical to think this isn't real. And that's the thing. I think if we stop taking this world seriously, because no one really told us to take this world seriously, maybe we will suffer less. Like, if we could truly understand that it's possible that this world is not real, it's just a creation of our mind. I keep on telling you that the more attached you are to things, like the things of this world, the more you suffer. The less attached you are to things of this world, the more attached you are to the things of this world, the more you suffer, and then the less attached you are to the things of this world, the less you suffer. So that could mean that by attaching yourself to some things, you are making these things real, right? You are making these things important. You are giving these things meaning. Maybe if you felt like it's possible that this might not be real, maybe you wouldn't get too attached to things. It's not very easy to detach yourself from things. Because as a human, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with existence. So sometimes you want to love some things and create meaning through that love that you have. But the problem is that you don't know how to control reality. And it seems as if things usually do not go our way. We are just coping. Like 9 out of 10 times things don't go your way. So sometimes things do go your way and you become happy for a moment. I need some water. Isn't it weird how people like grow old, but you don't even see them grow old? Like a baby can just start growing in front of you. I remember I watched my nephew grow until he was like 5. I would see him like almost every day, but I wouldn't really be able to see that he's growing. He will just look the same every day while he was growing. Isn't that weird? Like we watch people get old. You watch your parents get old, but you don't notice. There are a lot of signs that we don't really pay attention to that actually show us that this world isn't real. But what we need to ask ourselves is why are we so making this real? Like we are so afraid of feeling like this isn't real. I gave you uh, an example this other day about people who suffer from schizophrenia. You, you could tell them that hey, what you see is not real, but they believe that what they see is real. And everyone tells them, no, it's not real. But why are we like that? It almost seems as if there's a force that wants us to believe that what we experience is real, meaning that every experience that we have is real. Whether we're dreaming or not dreaming, whether we're hallucinating or not hallucinating. Yeah. Watching a video that was made by artificial intelligence, it just like even if you tell yourself that it's not real, it still feels real, right? You will tell yourself that, oh, it's just a video created by AI. Yeah, it's just a video created by AI, but doesn't it feel real? Doesn't it feel the same way that your dreams feel, or how you experience reality? Like, doesn't it feel the same way that you feel when you're experiencing this reality? You could watch a movie, like a horror movie, and even though you know beyond any doubt in your mind that it's just a movie, it's just a horror movie, but it still scares you, right? The last horror movie I watched, it's called Smile. I think they have a part two now. I haven't watched part two yet, but I think they do have part two. That movie kind of did scare me. Like the way that they would laugh, they would smile, and it's just so creepy. Just watch some clips on YouTube. You'll see how scary it is. I had a scary movie that I've watched, but I watched it a long time ago because I'm not really a fan of horror. Was it Hereditary or something like that? I thought it was scary. It was creepy. You watch a movie, a movie that that makes you like a movie that's so good that it makes you fall in love with the characters, and you see your favorite characters suffering, you suffer too, even though you know it's not real. Why? You could listen to someone giving us like telling a story that you know is not like maybe like write a story that you know is not based on reality, and you feel something. Why are you obsessed with believing that your experiences are real? What if true awakening is realizing that nothing is real? Like nothing. If you were the only conscious being in the universe, would you be comfortable with knowing that? Do you think you'd feel good if you knew that? I knew that for sure. Not if maybe some aliens came and told you that, hey, you know what, we want to be honest with you because we've seen you suffering. This world isn't real. You are the only conscious being here. What do you want to do now? How do you think that would make you feel? Would you start to feel like, but yeah, that's true, you're right, it isn't real? Or you still be scared of things? I remember there's this dream that I had. The dream was creepy. I had a dream like 4 or 5 days ago. And I wanted to tell you guys about it, I just forgot. So in the dream, I called this other girl. I don't even know why I dreamt about her. I met her around here, but she stays in the province where I'm from. You know, I met her the first week when I got here, took her numbers, and we started talking. And I didn't, talk to her very much, but there was interest. So this other day, she viewed my status. And I was like, let me call her, and then I called her and we started talking. So I guess that's why I dreamt about her. So in a dream, the dream was actually weird. In a dream, when I called her, she started cursing at me. She doesn't curse. She's a good girl. But she started cursing at me. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Didn't say anything. I just dropped the phone, and then I think later on I called someone. I don't even like calling people, but in that dream I seem to have liked calling people. So I called someone from my village, he's a pastor. So he also did the same thing. He started cursing, and cursing in my language is very cursing in my language is like very taboo. Like if you curse in my language, it's just bad. So he started cursing. Then I hung up the phone and I was like, this is a dream. Because it's not like I've ever called a person and he started cursing at me. It has never happened before in my life, ever. So the fact that it happened twice in one day proves to me that something was off, right? So I was like, this is a dream. And as soon as I started to feel like it's a dream, the people started to be weird, right? To be weird in a way that was scary. So I was like, what's going on? And I knew, even though I felt like it's a dream, I still was scared, right? And I even remember thinking that okay, now I know it's a dream, but I'm scared. And I thought, what if I knew? What if knowing that it's a dream, but then you suffering in the dream as well, like really free? Like if you are having a dream where you are truly suffering, nothing is working out for you in the dream. Everything that's happening is just, it seems like it's not happening for you. How would you feel? And you think that if you knew this was, like you were in a dream and you knew that it's a dream, you think your life will be better, or maybe consciousness will try to make your life much worse? Like I've had so many dreams where when I started to think of dreaming, the characters in the dreams seemed to behave weird in a way that was very weird. I must be saying something very important, but there to be a lot of cars that are distracting me. I need to train my mind to not be easily distracted, because when I'm talking to you guys, it's different energy, right? It's not like when I'm talking to like a person one on one, like it's a different energy. Like I literally forget about the outside world. If this was a dream, and an alien told you it's a dream, and you were convinced that it's a dream, do you think you'll be able to control it? Do you think you'll be able? Thank you. Sure. I don't know what to say when people say you're being. So I just say thank you. Even when you're busy, it's not really control it. You don't really control the dream, but you can control yourself in a dream because you know it's a dream, but not the dream characters. You cannot make them behave the way that you want them to behave. Or maybe some people can, I don't know. But I haven't had anyone saying that. I've watched a lot of videos about people talking about lucid dreaming. I've also had lucid dreams before, and I wasn't able to control the characters in my dream even though I knew I was dreaming. And I wonder why. And I do feel like it's better to know when you're dreaming so that you can detach yourself. But it also seems dangerous because the dream characters become a bit hostile. It's like, this reminds me of the movie Inception, where like when they will try to attack, like they will try to enter someone's dream, maybe to get information from them. The dream characters, like their subconscious mind will fight against them. It's kind of like the same thing. It's like you are now realizing that you're dreaming, and then the dream character is like, oh, you're waking up? We're going to make your life a living hell so that you forget that you're dreaming. Because pain makes you forget. That is why whenever I say this is not real, people will be like, oh, so you're saying a person who's suffering from cancer, they're not suffering from something real? Are you saying pain is not real? Tell that to a person who's dying in a hospital, who's, you know what I mean? They'll say something like that. Of course you can have a dream where you are really, really suffering. It does happen. So does it mean it's real? It seems to me that the more you, like if you're gonna be a deep thinker, then you're gonna be this person who thinks as deeply as possible. Your life is gonna be a bit weird, right? And if you care too much, you're gonna suffer because of that. It's like this reality is against critical thinking, as if it's like there's a force that doesn't want you to think critically so that you don't realize what is actually going on. Right? The same way that you get punished if you, let me put it this way, like if you maybe try to hold your breath so that you can pass out. Like it's not easy. You start to feel really like you feel really uncomfortable. Maybe that's how it works. If you think it is possible, you feel like no pain, then because of how what you think, but also the matrix or what this reality, whatever it is also gonna try to make your life hard so that you stop thinking deeply. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Do you think this is real? Like this is the real reality, or that it's just a dream or a simulation? Like, do you feel like this is base reality? Do you feel like there is something in base reality? Can there ever be such thing as base reality? It really seems like something that shouldn't be taken seriously. I'm just making a video. You good though? I'll send you. Sure. It's a weird world to living in. But I do feel like, for me, it's becoming more and more apparent what this world is. And every day I'm trying to understand what this world is using the language that I know. Because language limits you, right? Like when we think in language. So you could know something but don't know how to express it, because the language that you use doesn't have the words that you need to to like explain logically what you really understand. Like you don't have, like there isn't words. Like in my own language, that the things that I talk about in my videos, it wouldn't be very easy for me to talk about these things using my own language. Like it just wouldn't be easy because we don't have that many words. So I think that's why I think that's why a lot of people who grew up where I grew up, who cannot speak other languages, when you talk to them, you can see that there's so much that they don't know. There's so much that they don't understand, and they judge you because they believe that they like a human cannot think more than they think. It's like you're crazy if you are able to go beyond what, like it just seems like madness to them. Like it's not possible for you to be right. But it's don't you feel liberated when you feel like this isn't real? Like does that feeling not liberate you? Does that feeling make you more scared? You're like, dang, if this isn't real, I wonder what the real reality is like. What if we decided to be here because the real, like in the real world, like things are bad. So we're like, you know what? Let's just, like the same way that people play video games, like they're trying to escape the real world, right? People who are addicted to video games, they're like, that things that are happening in the real world suck. So I'm gonna play video games. I think me personally, it makes me feel good. Like, it doesn't make me feel bad. I just become afraid when I think that, or when I feel like, I'm in a simulation and it was created by someone. Because that could mean that they could be able to control my life the way that they want to. If they don't want me to make money, they will ensure that I'm not able to make money. So no matter what happens, I'm not able to make money. And I'll just say, man, it's just bad luck. There are people who believe they have bad luck. We've been trying to find a partner forever. And you're like, it's just bad luck, or I'm not good looking, I'm too short, or people just don't like me, or I'm weird, or this and that. You find that that's not true. Maybe there's maybe that's how it was programmed to be. You get sick and you say, no, that's because I don't work out. And now, a lot of people who don't work out, you are not sick. So yeah, feeling like this might be a simulation that was created by someone. If it was a simulation that was created by myself, I wouldn't be that scared. But I can find things out for myself. That's possible. I think it gets to a point where I know that I'm closer to dying. I'm sick and I can say that I'm not gonna make it. I think I'm gonna be at peace. Because I feel like that will be like waking up. I really feel like aliens that I see. Maybe this is not the body that I have. So I'm gonna wake up as an alien. Wondering what I just experienced. I think people must start to consider the possibility that this world is not real. than to take things too seriously. I think that's how we'll get closer to what is really true. Thank you, guys.